This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No. Y'all,
This
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Thursday, everybody. March Madness has kicked off.
Ooh.
Okay.
And I picked a stupid bracket.
Well, I wouldn't expect any less.
I did autofill on the guy that sounded the coolest. And I picked him, and I got UConn to win. I didn't know they won last year.
Yeah, well, that's a good pick. They go back to back. Are you guys in?
Is UCLA
interested?
good this year?
They're not even in it.
Okay.
Yeah, not
Go
even in it.
Bruins.
There's a couple Illinois teams in there. Northwestern Illinois, University of Illinois.
No DePaul.
No DePaul.
See, Northwestern is my brother's school.
Yeah.
I'm DePaul.
Yeah.
We used to be dominating in basketball.
You
Not
cheer
back
for the
in
whole
day.
Midwest. I'm kind of cheering for the Midwest.
Is Michigan in it?
Roosevelt
Nope.
would tell you.
Both Colorado teams
Stay
are
away
in
from
it.
those basketball
Yeah,
players.
exactly.
Are you having a side conversation?
Roosevelt.
My dad would tell me
Yeah.
to stay away from the basketball players.
Oh, I do remember that. I do remember
Basketball was a huge deal at DePaul.
DePaul had their run. They had
yeah,
their run.
long time.
Okay, this isn't a sports
hold
show.
on. There was a guy named Dallas Comegys on DePaul basketball team a long time ago. And when I was super young, I wanted my name to be Dallas Comegys. I thought it was the coolest name in the whole world, and I still remember it.
Yeah.
Shout out Dallas, wherever you are. All right, let's get to some real news. Everyone's like, what are you talking about?
Yep.
Let's talk Beyonce. Yes! She is, I have Beyonce winning in my pool, by the way.
Okay.
She is accused of stealing another singer's style. Erykah Badu recently commented on Beyonce's new Cowboy Carter artwork, showing her holding a cigar, wearing beaded bangs, as you see there. Erykah Badu reposted the pic and wrote, suggesting obviously Beyonce stole her look. Soon after, the Bayhive came at Erykah Badu, urging her to stop hating on Beyonce. Others claimed singer Rick James did it first. Oh boy, I could only see, never mind.
Chappelle Show?
Yeah,
Me too.
yeah, I don't know. Erykah Badu then went on X and pleaded with Jay-Z, writing, "Say something, Jay. You gonna let this woman and these bees do this to me?" By woman, was he referring to Beyonce?
He sure was.
Uh-oh. This isn't the first time Erykah Badu called out Beyonce. Erykah posted a photo of Beyonce in a wide-brimmed hat with the same caption, and then posted a pic of herself in a similar look, writing, quote, "I guess I'm everybody's stylist." Them's fighting words when you say woman.
I don't love this.
Yeah.
I think
Tell your woman to calm down. Yeah.
I don't love it simply because I also don't want to be forced to choose a side. I think that this does not have to be divisive. I think both of them have paid homage to people who have come before and cultivated Black culture. Anytime we are seeing these styles, especially being celebrated the way that they're being celebrated, it's great for everyone. And I just don't, I mean, Erykah Badu has always been kind of a contrarian.
A little prickly, maybe?
Well, she's
provocative.
She's like, yes, she's always been very provocative. I think that she was definitely paying respect to people who have come before her. Beyonce does that as well. So I would rather want it to be celebrated as opposed to like being so divisive.
Yeah, it reminds me of that quote. It was like, when you see each other, you don't have to grab each other's crowns, you can fix each other's crowns.
I think it's misdirected because I think Erykah Badu might feel like, okay, I've been doing this for years, not to say Beyonce hasn't. And perhaps I haven't been met with as much adoration and love and more scrutiny. And so why now when I've been doing this for decades? So maybe she's coming from a place of hurt and it's just misdirected.
Yeah, I just think the tweet was, to me, I see her saying, you're allowed to question, but the idea of the, Jay, you gonna let this, you know, tell your woman and the bees to take it down, I'm like, that doesn't read well. That was my take.
That was it?
Yep.
All right, we got to the bottom of that. All right, Aaron Taylor Johnson, who is being rumored to be the next James Bond, is defending the 23-year-old age gap between him and his wife. So Aaron is on the cover of Rolling Stone UK.
No.
Let me take a look.
No.
You guys know him from Bullet Train? If you saw Bullet Train, he was
No,
opposite
but he does have an
Brad
Anthony
Pitt.
vibe.
He has an Anthony vibe.
I said that in the meeting.
Yeah,
That's her husband, Erykah Cobb's husband.
Yeah.
He does have an Anthony vibe.
Let me get through this and we'll talk more. He talked about marrying director Sam Taylor Johnson when he was 22 and she was in her 40s. Wait a sec, I just put this together. Did he take her last name?
Yeah, Yeah, they combined both of them with the
Oh,
hyphen.
gotcha. He told the magazine that he just grew up too quickly, and what people were doing in their 20s, he was doing at age 13, and said the whole thing is bizarre, talking about the age gap.
I don't have a problem with the age gap at all. Enjoy, mazel, do your thing, roll around, have some fun. Brrr. What I have a problem with is I don't think this guy's my James Bond. My James
I beg
Bond.
to differ.
Okay,
Watch Bullet Train, and he actually steals a couple scenes from Brad Pitt. I'm telling you, he's good.
Okay.
He's
I
good.
want to challenge you. If the roles were reversed and you had the genders were reversed and you had this 45-year-old director, I don't remember the age, and then a 21-year-old young starlet, would you think differently?
Yes.
And let me throw one more.
I mean, kudos to them. I'm just saying.
Let me throw one more
You're
caveat
absolutely
in
right.
there. He is up now for the new James Bond.
Right.
I think
which-
he'd be a great new James Bond.
You know what I mean?
I think James
I would
Bond-
divorce my wife for that role. Just kidding.
I think here's my pick. I like this guy, and you guys might know him as Tom Hardy, only because there's just an edge to him that
I
gets
like
me
it.
going.
Me too.
In a way that other dude, I guess I don't know enough about that dude, and I'll be open, but I just know this guy more, and I know, and I just want to see him.
And I like the edginess.
Yeah,
to him.
I don't know enough. Maybe I'll watch.
So are you by proxy saying that my husband isn't as hot?
No. No, but I guess I like knowing my James. Like I knew Daniel Craig, I knew Pierce Brosnan. I guess I don't know ATJ. I don't know ATJ.
But whoever it is will be on the map then.
Yes, correct.
Do you know? So
correct,
we were talking in the meeting about the guy from White Lotus, and he's in a Gentleman now.
Theo James.
Theo James. He'd be
phenomenal.
perfect. He'd be perfect.
I agree with
Another
you
one.
there.
Yeah.
Sleek
We have no
look.
photo. I didn't know we were doing photos.
Yeah.
You cheater.
I did my research.
Well,
and
I
went to
was
my
going to do
producer.
Cillian Murphy, but I only like Cillian from Peaky Blinders, and we couldn't get a Peaky Blinders
doesn't
photo.
like
So
the
I'm now
new-
taking my Cillian out of the mix, unless it's Cillian from Peaky.
No, is
Erykah,
it,
throw a name out there that we don't have
Come
a
on,
picture
Erykah.
of.
Not your husband, Erykah.
I don't have anybody. I'm so sorry.
Nobody?
man.
Nobody?
Who would you pick if you had to?
I just did.
Yeah,
Were you
Theo.
here?
Oh, Theo James. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
I don't even know if I've ever seen James Bond.
Really?
Not
Any
even
of them.
one? Do you know the concept?
He's a spy.
Yeah.
What's his number?
007.
There you go. That's all you need
And
to
what
know.
does he have the license to do?
Kill.
How does he like his martinis?
Shaken, not stirred.
That's
You know a lot more. You know a lot more than you let on.
I am a pop culture guru, even if I didn't do my actual homework.
That was pretty
Who's
good.
your
though.
favorite James Bond thus far?
The
Anybody?
bit's over. The bit's over.
I haven't seen it.
We ended on a great
turned to
shaken,
the
not stirred,
camera.
and I was about to read the tease,
Right.
and you just got in one last word.
Sorry.
Body language said it's over.
Okay, I'm sorry.
She has trouble picking up on that.
Oh my gosh! Stop.
Coming up on DBL, you know her as Natalie from The Facts of Life. We're talking with Mindy Con all about her new role in Palm Royale. And former Selling Sunset star Christine Quinn's husband gets arrested in his bathrobe. Very Tony Soprano. We're talking about it next.
Yeah, like 0 out of 10. People saying don't watch it. It's a disappointment. It ain't funny. Him and I were talking about this. Palm Royale doesn't have good reviews. Sorry.
When did you look at the reviews yesterday?
Last night, right before we were going to watch it at around 8 o'clock. And
Okay.
the reviews made us not watch it.
Okay. So here's what happened yesterday. I watched Palm Royale. I actually really like it.
Oh,
yes.
okay.
I was watching it. 40 minutes into episode 1, Apple TV crashed.
Yeah, it did last night.
So I was curious if like the reviews also had to do with that, because I went on Twitter, which apparently still is good for something, complaints in real time.
They said that they were using phrases like "I'm triggered" or things that didn't exist in the '60s, and that annoyed people. There was like
anachronistic.
two or three or
Anachronistic,
movies that
sure.
were said that were
Incongruous to the
that
time
didn't
period.
exist in the late '60s.
Well,
They're very
one-
modern.
Like you're canceled.
But it also might be.
It's just visually, I
It
love,
might be
like,
done on
English
purpose.
setting.
Another thing I noticed was the fashion.
outfits, like,
A
really
lot of the
dress
fashion
were
that they're
awesome.
wearing,
And even, like,
although
the
it
mom
is
bosses,
retro, it's current. Like there was a pair of.
This might be a stylist.
Welcome back to DBL. Former Selling Sunset star Christine Quinn's husband was arrested on domestic violence charges. So they got married on the show back in 2019. If you were a fan, you remember that. I was watching. In an elaborate ceremony, police said Christian allegedly threw a bag containing a glass bottle at Christine, but it ended up hitting their 2-year-old son. Wow, who was then taken to the ER. Police arrested Christian outside their home in handcuffs, barefoot, in just a bathrobe, as you see there. He was then arrested the next day for violating a restraining order for showing back up at the couple's home.
Red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag, red flag.
You mean it's not okay to throw a bottle at your 2-year-old son?
Obviously, no, none of that. But to be then breaking the restraining order is another thing. He can't get away from this woman.
What if he had to go back and collect some belongings?
Then you arrange that with the court and your probation officer.
All right.
That's not even a red flag. That it's like
it's criminal. It's criminal.
It's not even that. For something to get to the point where you are throwing glass at your spouse, so much has happened before then.
Right.
The fact that he came back the next day
it's terrifying.
Means that he's super emboldened.
Yep.
I am telling you now, this is something this domestic violence, people putting their hands on something, is something that I am so on high alert about. But there are always so many indications before it gets to this point. So I'm sure that no one in their life is probably that surprised that this happened like this.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to people because people make excuses for this all the time, and I am done.
Do you think it has anything to do with, because if you do watch the show, you know he has a lot of money. Do you think
Maybe.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you think like
tech.
not following the rules, like I'll just do what I want and go back and get my stuff?
Sure, he never.
And I just buy my way out, buy myself out.
No one says no to this guy.
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't know no.
That's what I'm
but
saying.
that's what's the big red flag is he doesn't know no in any way, even the law.
But throwing, I don't care how much money you have, throwing a bottle and hitting your 2-year-old son.
If he threw it and it hit his wife, I mean, again, obviously that's an obvious statement, but the child witnessing that, to Erykah's point. So if he's never laid his hands on the child, but he's laid hands on his wife and the child witnesses that, I mean, the damage, if it's not physical, emotional damage to that child is, I don't even know how you fix that. So it's horrendous, and he deserves to be behind bars.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Anyone think there's a publicity stunt to get back on the show?
I hope not.
No, well, this isn't going to get you on. Also, it does beg the question. People who have a lot to lose generally don't act this way.
Exactly.
This to me is like, my first thought was, did he lose all of his? Because a lot of these people have money on paper.
Out of frustration.
You know, like it's not actual tangible money.
That's a good.
So you know more about reality shows than anybody. Do you think that the casting directors, because I have a list here. It's too long. I'll just highlight a few. Jen Shaw from The Real Housewives of New York City, Erykah Jane, Teresa Giudice, Todd and Julie Chrisley, Abby Lee Miller, Khloe Kardashian, Luann de Lesseps. All of these reality stars, it seems to be quite common that they get in trouble with the law. Do you think that's because they're cast?
No, I mean, I think if you do numbers, the same amount of actors get into trouble too. You know, I think it's just a numbers game. But as far as reality stars go, I will say that once you kind of get the perception of who you are, like your TV persona
like the villain
out there,
or
like Bad Chad.
Right, the people that I have seen succeed leaned into that persona. So they want to be Bad Chad instead of just being like, Chad, I'm not like that in real life, but my TV persona, I have to be this guy, or I have to push that envelope a little bit further. So to answer your question, yes, I think they do, as opposed to actors where that's not them, they're playing a character. This is them in real life, and if that means they're going to get cast for the following season, they'll do whatever they need to do.
On it. Yeah. Their reality is
all publicity is good publicity at some point,
right.
Except for this. This isn't.
Yeah, this is horrific.
Yeah.
This is bad.
All right, we'll be right back. Welcome back. We all remember Mindy Con as Natalie Green from The Facts of Life. Now she's back in Palm Royale, a new series about how to sneak your way into high society, just like Tori. Check it out.
Please welcome to the show, Mindy Con.
Hi, guys.
So the cast for the show is awesome. We're going to talk about Rick Martin because he's my man crush. He's my man crush. But how fun is it shooting every day on set? What's your favorite moment?
I mean, it's stupid. It's an embarrassment of riches. I think every day got exponentially better, if that can make sense. Whatever familial and girl fanning we were all doing with each other just quickly turned into very real friendships. This was shot during the times of COVID, and so what was going to be a 4-month gig turned into almost a 7-month gig, and we really got to spend a lot of time together and create, and it keeps getting better. Gotta say.
It looks so good, and it's eye candy too, right?
I know. I am so excited about this because in the age of Instagram, we all personally know a con artist, so I'm really excited. So speaking of your famous friends, obviously this is the life that you live. Your Instagram account is filled with you hanging out with other famous people. Who are some of your favorite friends to run into?
Well, you're seeing one, Bryan Cranston. I think Bryan and I have known each other, I think 30 years. I mean, that's part of, you know so many people. No, it's one of those 6 degrees of separation of Kevin Bacon, but it's Mindy Con. Because this is what happens when you just last this long. It's pretty special.
Now, I have to ask you, like, we're talking about where you are now, but I want to talk about where it started. You know, your story is super amazing. You were discovered for The Facts of Life by Norman Lear when he visited your school once. Like, I'm assuming you remember that day, so please tell us about it.
I remember that day vividly and gratefully, and for all you young people out there, just ignore this next statement. We took a poll of, oh my gosh, Mindy, I've lost the power of speech. What's it called? The instant camera? Polaroid. There she is. Yep. So I still have that. It was incredible. I mean, there was a group of students, myself, Dara Perkins, Andrea Nagel, who went into the headmaster's office at the request of Norman Lear and his, at that time, underling Ellen Horn, who then started to run little studios like Warner Brothers and Disney. And Charlotte Ray. These are my first bosses, right? And after about an hour of talking about what it was like to go to a college prep all-girls school, which is what I did, in Los Angeles, Norman came over and said, listen, I don't know what you did, but we're going to write a part for you in our show. We're going to call her Natalie.
Wow.
That was Charlotte Ray's best friend's real name in high school. What do you think? And, at 13 years old, entering 9th grade, didn't think much, didn't quite understand what was happening. 10 years later, of course, holy heck.
Iconic.
Wow. Can you imagine just Norman Lear picking you out? Unbelievable.
I know.
You also played Velma, who I think is a really underrated character on Scooby-Doo for over a decade. Were you a fan of the original series from the 60s when they approached you to play Velma?
Absolutely. Honestly, you talk about an icon, and some people just, because we find, all the girls and I realize we've aged into being icons. Really, Velma is the icon I've played. I mean, there is no one more iconic, in my humble opinion, than Velma Dinkley.
Totally.
And I gratefully got to play her for about 13 years.
Wow. I think she's the fun. She's like the interesting one.
Agreed.
Yeah. Mindy, thank you so much.
Honestly, don't let it fool you. Velma's body kind of doesn't quit.
Thank you.
I can't say that as a dude on TV, but that's the whole thing. And the glasses.
Svelte. Svelte.
Mindy, DBL Nation, don't miss Palm Royale, out now on Apple TV+. Thank you again. We'll be right back. Congratulations. You deserve it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Welcome back. We've got some great products from our friends at Morning Save. Check them out.
What do you have for us today, Steph? Let's go shopping.
Hey, Tori. Hello, DBL Nation. We are so excited to show you the wonderful deals today. First up, deal includes one 20-inch suitcase, one 24-inch suitcase, and one 28-inch suitcase.
Oh my.
And we've got it in 5 colours, Tori. We've got black, pink, silver, yellow, and this lovely blue. Normally the set is $250.
Not bad.
We have got a 3-piece luggage set for $99.99. That is saving 60%, and luggage is expensive.
So expensive, and under $100 for 3 pieces in those colors. I'm gonna do the dance.
Next up is the 3-pack Adrian Vittadini Body Shaper tights.
Oh, tights are in.
Oh, always.
Okay.
This deal includes 3 black shaping tights available in sizes small to 2XL. So normally these are $36 each.
Too expensive. I can't do that.
We've got a 3-pack for $15. That's saving 86%. Next up, we've got the Sharper Image Calming Heat Deluxe Back Wrap.
Oh, wow.
This deal includes one wrap that will help relieve stress, tension, muscle pain, and more. You can wrap it around your waist whilst you're standing up or sitting down. Normally this is $100. We've got it for $34.99. That's saving 65%. And then this is definitely up my alleyway.
I know, I saw that.
Oh yeah, very fun. We've got the 5-pack Clutch Nails Press-On Nail Kits. This deal includes 5 different packs of 24 nails with a file and glued. We've got an amazing deal on these 5 full kits. Thank you to Morning Save. So normally these are $12 each.
Which is normal.
We've got a 5-pack for $10. That's saving 83%.
Head on over to morningsave.com, y'all, to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. Or you can even scan the QR code. It's right on your screen. It'll take you directly to these products on Morning Save's website. Thank you so much, Steph.
Everyone's talking. Yeah. Sam's got a big bite of something in her mouth.
Chocolate.
Why would you put that in your mouth when we were coming back?
Because she probably didn't realize that we were coming back.
She's hungry. She's hungry.
I'm hungry, Jeff.
It's a half-hour show.
I know, but I needed a little
She wanted to start her happy hour early. Leave the girl alone.
It is March Madness.
It is. Yeah. What's your team to win?
I got Tennessee in one bracket and Purdue in another bracket.
Ooh,
so.
you Purdue you. Just Purdue it.
Wow.